the real reason why Verydarkman has been arrested has been unraveled. Like, smile don't come on me for face. It's no longer news that our own very VDM, I call him our own very VDM because this is somebody that's the voice of the voiceless, and let me forget the introduction now, has been arrested or was arrested. And we were wondering, where is he? Where did they pick him? Who picked him? Realized it was EFCC, not the police, as initially alleged. Now, the main point is, what did he do?
You're a good soldier, choosing your battle. Pick yourself up and dust yourself up, get back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching.
But before that, let me just give us a wrap up of the story. For those of us that don't know who is VDM, VDM is actually, he called himself an internet police, and he's an activist. He's a voice to the poor in Nigeria. If you're in Nigerian and you know that you're on the right, and you notice that your right is being infringed, and you don't have anybody to speak for you, once it gets to VDM table, be sure that you will get justice at least. Now, his mother complained that GT Bank was deducting money from her accounts, and being Verydarkman, he had to escort his mother to the bank. And when he got to the bank, they attended to him very well. Now, getting to the security door, he was held there for 5 minutes. It was in that 5 minutes that everything happened, everything changed. By the time they opened the door, obviously, they have actually arranged with the EFCC. They now beat him black and blue with his friend Kopi and tagged him a bandit. Not just that, they whisked him, they covered his face and whisked him away. Thank God he has a lawyer. Thank God there are people there and understand. But the fact that this happened in the bank, it was not just, of course, it made it public that he was going to GT Bank to go and rectify the issue with his mother in the bank. He did that. He said that on his page. But according to people that stay in Abuja, there are more than 20 GT Bank in Abuja. So I don't know how they got to know. And then that holding him off for 5 minutes enabled the EFCC to come. I don't know how that one is. But then you could see how crimes are being perpetrated. But the point Nigerians want to know is, where is Verydarkman? We've got to know he's with the EFCC. He's at EFCC custody. The next question is, what did he do? As we are shouting, free Verydarkman, what did he do? I'm going to bring out, some of us, we don't have the patience to read. Myself, I saw this write up and I just passed. But on the second thought, I had to go and read it over again. And I realized that this guy, Verydarkman, was said to have been cyber stalking. Jesus, that was what he did though. Cyber stalking one magistrate in Abuja. Is that why they had to beat him black and blue and threaten to shoot him in front of his mother? Imagine the trauma that old man is even going through at the moment. And like wanting to shut this guy up with fear and threats. That was the crime. I'm going to read out the letter to you at the end of this video. But sincerely, this experience, because I share creative experiences here, I needed to put this up too. This is actually for those of us that are in Nigeria or anybody that's outside Nigeria, because I've seen him help Chinese people. The Nigerian guy that tried to even mess up with a Chinese man, and the Chinese man reached out to him and he helped. So the fact that we don't even appreciate our own, and then the treatment he got, there's a way sometimes you'll be treated. The psychological trauma will remain for some time. For crying out loud, if somebody is doing cyber stalking, let me explain for those of us that don't know. Cyber stalking is basically maybe monitoring somebody online, which a lot of people do. Is that why you had to? Because GT Bank is part of this. Hold him for 5 minutes in that place, and then thank God they are witnesses. We tagged him a bandit, beat him black and blue, and put him in the car, covered his face and put him in the car. For crying out loud, you can summon him, can write him. This is somebody that doesn't resist arrest. He does not. He grants court orders. So why the treatment? Sometimes I say the people we recruit in our police or in our military, they are no more different from people in the streets. I mean the touts in the streets. Because if you want to arrest somebody, for crying out loud, give the person arrest order. Do the needful. Coming to hold him in the bank is for what? Do you understand? That is where I'm even having issues. You're coming to arrest this guy in the bank and making him look as if he is a thief. How? Why? So, Nigerians, the real reason why Verydarkman has been arrested has been unraveled. It's simply cyber stalking. We don't know how true it is. But the way he was whisked out, the way he was arrested, beaten, threatened to be shoot, tagged a bandit, somebody that we obviously know that speak out for the ills, talk against his bandits. How? People doing these things are walking free outside. People that are actually not allowing people to rest are walking out free. And then you just had to, God, like I'm beginning to get scared for my life in this country because to talk out, and that's the reasons why sometimes big content creators don't even talk. Sometimes people just see things happening, they just close their eyes and continue what they're doing. So if you decide to stake out your life, now suffer. Like, he's not a politician, he's not a senator. So why in EFCC custody? Guys, I'm not talking too much, but for those of you wanting to know what he did, right? He's simply cyber stalking. One magistrate, Njideka Duru, said he's cyber stalking him. The other friend that he was arrested with, they didn't say what he did. You know, I don't know, the justice system in this country is porous. So some of us, we should not even talk again. Social media that has given us platform to even express ourselves, you want to clamp it down again. I don't understand. Guys, this is what this guy did. It's simply cyber stalking. And I don't know if cyber stalking equates to being a bandit. If cyber stalking equates to being threatening to be shot. I've been waiting till they call him now. I don't know if cyber stalking it requires somebody covered him up and then wicks him away, and people had to start. That's to tell you the number of Nigerians that have been whisked away in this method, and because they don't even have any voice, it goes that way. Their case is just silenced. Please listen to the video. From our interactive section with Mr. Avara, we were able to gather that Mr. Martins Ose, his mother, Mrs. Blessing Ose, and Mr. Avara visited GT Garki Area 3, Abuja, to make inquiries about the incessant deductions from her bank account. That's Martins Ose's mother. Following the conclusion of the inquiries, they attempted to exit the building but were locked in the bank security door for over 5 minutes. Shortly thereafter, they were accosted at gunpoint a few meters outside the bank premises, beaten and blindfolded by some armed men wearing black uniforms. According to Mr. Avara, Mr. Martin Ose refused to speak with anybody, presumably because of his psychological and physical trauma he experienced in the hands of the arresting officers, who labeled him as bandits and threatened to shoot them in the presence of Mr. Ose. Oh, we were further informed by Mr. Avara that they were transported to the EFCC headquarters at Jabi, Abuja. At the set time of this statement, we were unable to confirm the whereabouts of Mr. Ose. Okay, let's continue. We thereafter sought to find out from the EFCC officers the exact allegations against Mr. Avara, having not been able to speak with Mr. Martins Ose. Subsequently, we were directed to proceed to an interrogation room where 4 EFCC officers led by Mr. Chukwu attempted to interrogate Mr. Avara regarding his relationship with Mr. Martins Ose. Despite repeated requests, the EFCC officer refused to disclose the specific allegations against Mr. Avara, but only showed our colleagues an arrest warrant. This is where the reason why he was arrested is being stated. Allegedly issued against Mr. Martins Ose by His Lordship Njideka Iluana Duru, Mrs. Chief Magistrate 2, Wuse Zone 2, on the allegation of cyber stalking. It means that they monitor am for social media. Now wetin e be o. Okay. Regardless of our protest against the procedure adopted by the EFCC officers, which sought to elicit information from Mr. Avara without first informing him of the allegations against him. Person don't know wetin he commit, they just carry and go there. Our judiciary system, I don't know. The officers still attempted to continue their interrogation of Mr. Vara. In order not to legitimize the clear breach of Mr. Vara's constitutional rights to be informed of the allegations against him, our colleagues exited the interrogation room and EFC headquarters. While we continue to interface with the EFCC on this issue, we call on the Commission to respect our client's constitutional guaranteed rights. Zainab M. Otege, Esquire, for management. Now, so, if you're Nigerian, you will know that we are not smiling. You will know that we are not smiling. The experience since yesterday has not been funny. What is happening in this country? Is it that somebody cannot talk again? Somebody cannot even do anything again for free? The small rights we enjoy on social media, they want to take it away from us. And most people are now even afraid to talk because they don't know if people that are even like they have the protection, they have the big audience can be clamped down like this. You that don't have the big audience, that means if they catch you, your own don't finish. We should be able to, in a democratic society, should be able to express ourselves, for crying out loud. So it's no longer news that this guy has been arrested, and we know where he is, and we know who arrested him, not the police as alleged before, right? We now know.